0. Good afternoon. This is the 22nd of September 2017. We are here in New York, just in front of the United Nations Plaza, where there's been probably one of the largest crowds drawn by Southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians, and I'm talking today with Cho Martin, who is with the AGC, the Governing Council of Ambazonia. Thank you for talking with us today. This is such a big event, but bigger still is what is happening on the grounds in Cameroon. Can you relate to us what you see happening on the ground, what you've heard, what reports have come to you from the ground today?
Thank you, Conrad, and I really want to just correct the fact my name's Martin Ayaba. Yeah. I'm actually a member of the Ambazonian Governing Council, and I am very, very happy to be part of what to me is a very, very big, monstrous rally that took place at the UN Plaza today. I think it's a wonderful show of force by the people of Ambazonia, the former Southern Cameroons, and it relates with what has happened today in the whole of the Southern Cameroons. I have been inundated, my box has been inundated with images that have been coming, with demonstrations that have been taking place all across the territory. I think this one sends a very, very strong message to the international community and to the United Nations in particular, that the people of the former British Southern Cameroons are not going to stand by and see their history wiped out and see their people killed and their women raped. And that this could be the last time we are coming here to the United Nations, because enough is enough.
You have mentioned the United Nations a few times, and also given that we're right here in front of the United Nations, what do you think is the role of the United Nations moving forward, if at all they have anything, especially given that the people on the ground in Cameroon are also rising up like one person, and seems as if they are taking it to the United Nations? What do you expect from the UN?
Unfortunately, I have to tell you that the United Nations will not deliver for the people of Southern Cameroons. The United Nations has a critical role in the international system, but as we all know, they have failed time and again to prevent genocide to happen, like what happened in Rwanda in 1994. They have sat by and seen the Democratic Republic of Congo go up in flame, millions of people. They are sitting by to see the same thing happen to the people of Southern Cameroons. The people of Ambazonia will have to stand up and claim their independence. Nobody will give it to them, not even the United Nations. They will only come in when people have died, and we are waiting for them on the ground, because what they cannot pretend to us that they don't know what is happening in the Southern Cameroons at this time, where thousands of people are being killed, many people are demonstrating on the streets, kids have not been going to school for the last 3 to 2 years, and they are sitting indifferent. It is just appalling to see that the world can be so indifferent to the plight of the people. And I think this demonstration here today shows very clearly that we are not going back into slavery. We have been second-class citizens for over 55 years, and enough is enough for us. We are not going back into slavery.
You mentioned the number of deaths in Cameroon. As of this afternoon, there were several, about a score dead. And it seems as if this is going to continue, isn't it? If nothing is done, whether by intervening forces. But do you encourage the population to go out there without any form of protection? How does the population continue to go out knowing that it has nothing to protect it but human lives that come out dead?
Mr. Innocent, no government has ever won a battle against its people. That is the international norm that everybody knows. When the people get out to claim their rights, they always defeat their oppressors. So I want to just emphasize the fact that the people of the Southern Cameroons have had it enough, and there are forces particularly in the Amazonian Governing Council, that have said that they have a right to self-defense. That is a legitimate right that is consecrated in the UN Charter. No people can be disarmed unilaterally against an oppressor. So people will have to stand up and claim their right. And that is what the AGC is calling on the people on the ground, that they cannot surrender in front of the oppressor. They will have to stand up and claim their right, as the head of the AGC has said, block by block and neighborhood by neighborhood. I think that is the only way that we will be able to leverage the struggles that we have been going through for the last 56 years, the injustice, the corruption, the colonization that we have been subjected to. We are not going to let it happen to us. We are going to fight it on until we will defeat the occupiers, because they don't have no resolve to fight us. We are the people who are suffering. We are our kids who are not going to school. We are our people who are being killed. And all these things are happening, and they claim to say that we are a united country. Go and tell the Marines that we are not going to accept colonization in the 21st century.
Thank you very much, Mr. Martin Ayaba. Thank you.
Thank you.